Jacks with nines, protecting against ace queens and ace jacks with nines on the right, and 4-5 suited. We're going to continue with the just call, and that's a really nice turn card. We've got a very disguised two pair here. So let's see what he decides to do. So he does decide to double barrel. I think I'm leaning more towards calling here rather than raising. I don't think a raise makes too much sense on our part, although I guess the merit here would be to protect our hand, but I'm going to lean towards a call and pray for a clean river card, and that's pretty clean. Be quite interesting to see what sizing he chooses here, to see what kind of a hand he's wrapping. So if he goes for quite a big bet, which this looks like just like a medium-sized bet, I was going to say he can even have a hand like aces, but I don't think he has aces now when he goes for this sizing. So of course we're going to raise. I don't think we go too big here. I don't think we'd even actually be making this raise of king queen here. It'd only have to be a hand like king 9, so quite hard for us to get called here actually. I think you can only really consider calling with aces. Yeah, tough spot there to be balanced, I think. Ace 4 suited, defending big blind, and we see a large sizing right away on the flop. So I don't think we're going to check raise too often here versus this sizing. So we are going to continue with the just call. I know he doesn't have much 6x when he goes with this sizing, but neither do we, to be fair. So I'm not going to lead this turn card. I think we'll go for a check. I wonder if he just has like a queen jack, queen 10 of hearts type hand. I wonder if we hero this. I don't see any reason for him to slow down on the king. It should be quite hard for him to bluff this, surely, as we have quite a ton of king x that arrives at the river this way. But he's still going to try. This seems like quite an odd sizing, because I either have the nuts or I've got nothing. And so versus our range, I think we're going to call this down and hero. So quads make sense, I guess. Yeah, didn't put him on quads. Ace king facing this 3-bet. We have a very clear cold 4-bet. So let's make it 23. Okay, right, so we're going to have to call with ace king, and we're flipping versus queens. And ace jack on the right. We are going to continue barreling. It's not a good run out for the first board. We got rivered again. Give 3-bet ace queen suited. We'll check back ace queen, and we will continue on the turn. This is quite an interesting river card. He decides to jam. Don't see how we fold this when we arrive at the river like this. I guess we have to call. He's got 6-7. Nice hand. I think we made a mistake here. We didn't mean to min 3-bet 10-9 suited on the button. So we are going to continue. Guess we'll continue with our draw. See a check. I think we'll just go for a small bet here on the turn rather than sizing up. I think his hand's quite weak, unless he tells us otherwise. And that should be a pretty horrible river card for him as well. I'm going to try and max value versus his overpairs. I don't think those hands are calling big bets on the river, so I don't think we're going to jam, but I think we'll go for a 2/3 pot sizing. Probably sounds good to me. To maximize our chances of getting called. And he got snapped, which doesn't make me feel great. And when you get snap called, I guess that probably means we could have gotten away with maybe a shove on the river. He had pocket jacks. Just don't see him calling a jam on the river there, but I guess maybe I'm wrong about that. kings. I think maybe because 3-bet's coming from the big blind, which is a lot stronger. I think we're going to come in for 4-bet with kings. I think if it came from the small blind, we would have a higher frequency of flatting versus 4-betting versus the big blinds, which has a stronger range. I think we want to be getting the money in. Yeah, so he was strong. Unfortunately, same hand. Nice hand. 8 looks like quite a nice card for us to bluff, I think, with 10-9. Okay, so we're going to try and go for the bluff here. And we get raised. That's probably the least expected outcome. So we get 4-bet here with aces, and we're both pretty deep, I think, in this spot, especially if we've got position. I think I like just calling. Shouldn't really have much difficulty getting all the money in. Right, so we're going to continue with a just call. So this should be a brick turn card. Neither player should really ever have any straights here. So we're going to just continue calling down, and we're hoping for a clean river card. And that's not that clean. But when he checks, I think we do have a value jam still nonetheless. Would have been a tough spot if he did now jam the river himself. I'm not really sure what we'd do. But we definitely want to go all in now. And see it snap fold. Should we give this guy a spin? 15 bigs? Yeah, why not? Okay, so we flop dead. This is quite an interesting bet. I think this has got to be one of those GTO wizards to be betting 10%. So of course we can't fold ace king on that price, and 10-9 will continue, and I think we will now bet river. You see a jam, a snap jam. So what hand in the 3-bet pot bets 10% on this flop, snap checks turn, and then snap jams the river? Pocket nines? I can't seem to work out what bluffs he has here. Okay, nice hand. Okay, it's interesting. Check calls the flop, leads the turn. We are going to punish this with a raise. And if he does call here, he jams. So of course we snap call. And he's got a flush draw. God damn it. Oh man. We are running like shit. I was going to say, if this guy folded, we would have just flatted kings here. But when it goes multi-way, I think we now have a mandatory 4-bet squeeze. So that's 4-bet to 21. Alright, chat, looks like we're going to be all in yet again. So hope we can run into queens. He's got aces. Oh man, I just can't. Yeah, I just can't stop running into it. Nice hand. Okay, got aces ourselves here. Let's hope we can get some money back. Nope, I guess he just folded kings. So we're in a 3-bet pot here with ace king. I think we'll start with the check on this flop. This will continue versus small bets like that. We can peel for one more with ace king. I guess we'll check turn this time instead of leading out and getting jammed on. The only hands that we beat, if he does bet on the river, would be like an ace-x of clubs. That's trying to target some of my pocket pairs. This is such a sick spot, so you know he pots it. I don't think we're winning here. This is ridiculous. Alright, so we're going to fold ace king, pick up queens here, and we're facing 3-bet from the big blind. We're going to continue with the just call. I'm conscious my mindset is pretty weak right now, so I'm just trying to wonder how I can lose this hand with top set. So let's call the flop bet. Yeah, I'll be really, really keen to see how I'm going to lose this hand, given how bad I've been running. We are going to continue with a just call. There's no straight flush on board. It doesn't look like it. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I think I'm just going to jam. I think I'm just going to go for a big bet this time, because you never know. Okay, we managed to win a hand with quads. Pretty challenging session given the run bad spots. Always difficult to go through, especially when you've been going through them for quite a while. It can get really, really frustrating. This session is no different, as you've already seen. This is how it is as a poker player. Sometimes you will go through these spots and you just have to deal with it. Yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed seeing all of that. Till then, I'll see you in the next stream. Take care.